Okay, you either gonna find this interesting or you're gonna hate me for wasting your time like this. Oh, I hate when this thing comes up here. But like this could be the most supreme waste of time. I found this fascinating, you guys. Google Play Music just sort of came up on it. Uh, it was in a blog that I was reading, clicked on it, and noticed that it popped up some interesting music. And then it started to ask me the artists that I liked. And this will be kind of revealing in many ways of some of my tastes. I found this very frustrating because initially they gave you a very limiting list of genres on which to launch that was on the screen before this, and to find out where your tastes lie. I found it very, very limiting. But nonetheless, this is where it started. And I'm going to scroll through a very long list, and feel free to stop right now. But you'll sort of get an idea of I guess my taste, for lack of a better word. But think about yourself, sort of going through this list and what you would say, and I tell you, Google Play kicks back a very, very interesting playlist based upon this. So what I started off with was just a few genres. Let me see if I can recall. It was basically rock, alternative, classical, and heavy metal. Insanely frustrating and one-dimensional with those definitions, and they had another 20 or so genres, and I tried to limit it. And so this is what it brought up. So it's fascinating. So you click on the artist that you like. So like, oh, I can't stand the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They were a freaking great band in the mid '80s, but they lost the plot. So you'll see what these are the ones that I clicked on. So it started off with this. And it's interesting. I'm a big classical fan, but 20th century classical. And it was very, very, very limiting with what they presented here in terms of options. But it's interesting to see the I don't forget who was here, the path that it lines you down. I had debated about Iron Maiden there, and yeah, I like early Ozzy Osbourne, but not the latter Ozzy Osbourne. So I didn't click on that. So you can sort of get an idea. So it's very, very simple. The bands that they're offering up right now, not impressive, but based upon your selections, it starts getting progressively deeper and more revealing and pinning back some of the more nuanced aspects of your music tastes. I didn't click the Beach Boys because I figured that they're just going to give me singles. I don't want to hear that crap. I want to hear with the weird albums from them, and I'm more than likely that was not going to be. Oops, I got to click him there. So when it starts to kick in around here, that okay, so based upon the Velvet Underground, it started to pop up other interesting bands. So it got hot here all of a sudden. You can see. It took a while for it to get to Stravinsky, probably my favorite classical composer, and it goes on and on. Now it gets more interesting deep down. See, there's still pretty mainstream artists that are coming up here based upon my selections. It goes. I did this. It's a total rabbit hole, you guys. I mean, it is. See, like Scorpions, I only like early Scorpions. Scorpions 1974 to 1978, 79. I'm sure they're going to kick out the Eddie Scorpions, which is no interest to me. Oh, God, how did I miss Iggy Pop and the Stooges? Some of these will repeat here. Nick Cave, an artist I've just never got. Only like one album, Holy Diver by Dio. But I love Rainbow. They didn't have Kicked Up Rainbow here, for example. They missed a lot of hard rock that I would like. So I click Boston. Let's see, Wolf Mother. Oh, that was a great band. So you can get sort of an idea of where my taste. I only like Loveless, like by My Bloody Valentine. Absolutely brilliant, perfect record. But that album they released 2 years ago is the biggest piece of shit I ever heard. Man. That was criminal, him releasing that after 20 years. That was a total piece of crap. So anyway, I'm just going to scroll on down. You can guys say, "Oh my God, I can't believe Bruce likes this band," or missed a band, for example. Um, but I think it went fairly deep. It goes on and on and on. It's finally Tom Robinson Band. Oh my God, I love those two records. And television. Oh, it took me a while. Paul Weller should have that clicked in there. Hugh Cornwell from the Stranglers should be clicked too. So I'm seeing a whole bunch that I've missed. Eddie Cochran, let's do that. But see, now the classical stuff has dropped off. They gave a very limited listing of that. And oops, I missed Wire. That's actually one of my all-time favorite bands. Bebop Deluxe is absolutely in my top 10 all-time favorite bands. And so I would, if you got some time, check this out and see what it kicks back to you, and what kind of playlist that might connect up. Oh, should I do? I don't know. Big Audio Dynamit's kind of spotty. John Fox's stuff from Ultra Fox is kind of lame. Gary Newman's stuff after 1982, 83 kind of sucked. Roy Harper, I'm going to click that one. Oh, Kevin Ayers, I should click that one. Yeah, Edwin Collins' solo stuff. Yeah. I don't know. The Godfathers, I thought I clicked before. I think, see, some of these things will come up. Stephen Duffy's solo stuff. Visage, Groundhog, so, all these I'm like, okay. Some I like. Ian McCulloch's solo stuff is okay. I'm a Dr. Feelgood fan, but Wilco's stuff is kind of mediocre. Oh, not that. And so I'm missing a few things. Never liked Kilburn and the High Roads. I'm a big pub rock fan, though. Dream Syndicate, let's click that. And so over the next couple weeks, it's going to be very, very interesting to see what comes, what they'll start kicking out. I'm a big New Zealand fan. You'll see some of these here. They kicked out all the great New Zealand bands from the 90s, for example. Everybody, Straight Jacket Fits, The Chills, The Clean, on and on. Once I clicked one, and I liked seeing that. And then there were spots that it kept on getting. It started pulling out a lot of 90s alternative music. Took a long time to bring up The Shoes, Badfinger, Raspberry. I noticed Big Star was still buried down on this list. Was a lot of power pop stuff. Just took a long time for it to sort of have the envelope open inside of. So here's a little hot streak. I think pretty soon it starts getting cold again. The selector, I got a lot of other ska there. There's Dwight Twilley, they finally kicked up there. But anyway, this goes on and on and on. I mean, I have no idea how much time. See, you're like watching this. If you're watching this, you got a sick mind like me, I guess. With that, Kirsten McCall, I know it's okay. It's just not all her stuff really works for me. Some of it's great. And Martin Stevenson, yeah. See, I'm wrestling with some of this stuff here, but there's the Wipers, Land of the Lost. If you're into punk, that record is amazing. Side one of that is like perfect. Never been on CD though, although you can order the Wipers CDs direct. From the band himself. I can't remember what's the name of the band. Greg. Oh, geez, why am I drawing a blank? From the Wipers. God, shame on me. Greg Sage. There we go. I knew I'd get it. The Minutemen. See, some of these are duplicates. Sometimes they'll kick back. So I think I clicked on the Minutemen earlier. Sagittarius. Yeah, we get Faces. Shack's really cool. That record. In particular there. Eugenius, that band never quite did it for me. Chris Knox, Spotty, American Music Club can put me to sleep. But a lot of interesting 90s alternative music you might notice here. It's a really cold streak. So look at like all this stuff. There was a long streak there that it didn't. Field Mice. Ooh. Yeah, I haven't heard that in a while. Let's see if it brings it back up. It did not bring Field Music up yet, which is one of my favorite bands of the last 10 years. Tones on Tail, if you have not heard that record by Field Music, you need to. One of the best records of the last 10 years, and everything by that band is awesome. Yeah, Small Faces, missed that. Yeah, Slap Happy, gotta be in the right mood for that shit. That does definitely not. The Bull Brummels, yeah, I see. I already did Flowered Up. They got some. They mixed that up. I think Flowered Up was the name of a semi bootleg from the Laws, if I recall correctly. Yeah, see, like the Lemonheads, So anyway, might as well scroll on down. You can see everything where I'm going to stop here. If you've watched this far, you can. You might get a kick out of this. Flesh for Lulu. I don't know why I clicked that. I guess that first record is kind of cool. It'd be kind of interesting to hear something sort of spit up from them, I suppose. Wow, Grandpa Boy, Paul Westerberg, solo project there. Eric Matthews, absolutely. I missed that one. So it's a gleeful, wonderful waste of time. And like I said, you might just check it out yourself when you have this weekend, and if you've got nothing better to do, keep on scrolling through here. Train this search engine to your personal taste and see what it kicks out. I'll report back to you what my feelings are with what comes up. Oh, Leafhound. Oh, see, that's great. Obscure early 70s hard rock. Very little. See, I missed Stray. And I'm going to be doing a deep dive on that band here soon. That first record by that band that I shared with you some weeks back is one of my all-time favorites. I hope you had a chance to listen to that. If you haven't, go back about 3-4 weeks, and that is a record that I uploaded for you to check out. Sir Lord, I did Sir Lord Baltimore. I want to make sure I get that. And well, I might as well just finish this off. I'm going to scroll really quickly. You guys can stop the video if you want to see kind of the wacky stuff. And Boy Dukes, yeah, I'll pass on that. Alan Price, I thought I did Alan Price. I did the Alan Price set. See, I'm talking to myself, of course. That's what we do, isn't it? Mike Watt's solo stuff, lame, but everything else that he does is really good. The Suite I had before, but just in case we don't want to miss that. Yoko Ono, absolutely not. That could ruin a good day, you know. Mike Scott's solo stuff, absolutely. I am a huge Waterboys fan, and I think Mike Scott is utterly brilliant. And let's see what we got here. Nils Lofgren, oh man, the solo stuff is so spotty. I'll pass on that. There's better stuff in there. Paul Revere and the Raiders. See, okay, we're almost there. Almost there. I'm almost at the bottom. Finally kicked up the knack in Status Quo. NRBQ. Took a really long time for that. Pond. This is the Sub Pop band. Pond, not the more recent band. I like the two records that came out on Sub Pop in the early 90s by that band. Really interesting trio. Sort of was a precursor to Primus a few years later. Very, very interesting if you haven't heard that band. Suzi Quatro, no. So here, I just kept on clicking on show more artists. We're at the end here. I'm going to stop now because the video is going to run out of time. If you've spent 15 minutes watching this, you're going to like this. Okay, we'll put this submarines, and then we're going to might as well just go all the way up where I'm at 14 minutes and 20 seconds there. My Life Story. It's a very interesting band. Rare Bird, Terry Reid. Yeah, let's do Terry Reid. That's I was listening. Oh, finally UFO. I hope it's 70s UFO though. Blue Mink. They kicked up in a lot of interesting on this list. Dutch bands too. That was really, really cool. Like Q65. I forget what else they didn't. I haven't seen Golden Earring yet or the Nits. But that's a little too deep there with the Nits. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you watched this far, check it out and report back. Take care.